Tonight, on the Underground Nation podcast, your host with the ghost, Ball Boogie dives deep into the shadows with Souls Divided, the rising metalcore force from New Hampshire blending horrorcore energy with raw emotion. Hear their story of pain, power, and purpose as they transform trauma into connection. Plug in, turn it up, and step into the dark side of the underground.
Welcome back, Underground Nation. You're tuned in with your host with the ghost of Ball Boogie. Tonight, we're diving headfirst into the shadows with the band that's shaking the walls of the underground. Straight out of New Hampshire, they're carving a path from metalcore into the gritty depths of industrial horrorcore. Their mission? To turn pain into power, trauma into truth, and darkness into a sound their fans can connect to, with relatable lyrics fueled by real struggles, depression, abuse, and the fight to break free. They're building more than music, they're building a movement. Please welcome to the Underground Nation podcast, Souls Divided.
Let's see here. Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Good.
Please introduce yourself to us. I got one band member, Souls Divided.
I appreciate it. Yeah, sorry the other guys can't make it tonight. Brian said that he's just finishing up dinner right now at the restaurant him and his wife are going to, so I was like, all right, well.
Oh, shit, you better tell Brian, bring us some leftovers.
And hopefully you can get home on time and come join us. But I'm Sean. I'm the vocalist of Souls Divided, where metalcore kind of leaning into the direction of horrorcore, slowly.
Wait, that was you singing on that song we just heard?
Yes, sir. That was me.
Well, you sound great, my man.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Dude, no, seriously, you sounded great. Everyone in the chat was like, dude, that song is dope. And you're
yes,
over here
sir.
saying it's older or whatever. Like, bro, don't say nothing. Shh. That sounds great. That's my friend. That's your friend? Well, now he's my friend, Katie Bear. Now he's my friend.
Hey, I appreciate that
now
so
we can
much.
all be friends.
I love Friends. Listen, that was Older Us. That was my former bandmates. I was driving like 2.5 hours almost back and forth, driving to my drummer's house, Steve, and it kind of was getting old, making the travel. Nobody wanted to take turns. So I had to disband because I'm like, listen, this is getting old, my car beat the shit, so I can't really be driving 2.5 hours back and forth every single day, every single week, so
rough
and they
on
started
the
becoming less consistent, they were like less communicating, and I was like, all right, you know what, this is getting old. I love what we did, guys, but I kind of gotta part ways with y'all and find.
Oh my gosh! So it's kind of a rebuild then.
Yeah, so we just kind of really ass or grass exactly. But we rebuilt. I put an ad out on Facebook in our local musicians page in our area. Instantly blew up. The ad blew up on Facebook, I got 12 different DMs, saying like, hey, we heard your music, we love your sound, we love your voice. So they're like, oh, why am I so close? What the heck? So we ended up grouping up, I ended up grouping up with Brian. He was the first person that messaged me. He sent me 6 different videos, jamming out to our songs, instantly started playing my older music. It was like, hey dude, check this out. How does this sound? I'm like, dude, you're phenomenal. What the heck? I'm like, it took you 2 days to learn half our songs. Okay. You're in. Really? And then he knew of a drummer who was trying to also form be part of a band. Evan, my drummer, he's been with numerous bands over the last 13 years drumming. He's played Louder Than Life, Uproar Festival, Upheaval Festival with other bands. So He's like, dude, I heard your music, I seen your ad, and Brian told me like, check him out. So, he's like, I kind of forgot what it's like to kind of be small again and like rebuild and restart.
Yeah.
I've played these bigger shows and stuff. So he's like, I kind of wanted to test you out. I wanted to test out like, hey, like let's try this stuff out. And then Brian and Evan was like, hey, let's help you find like a bassist and another guitarist. I was like, all right. So then we ended up getting Craig and Justin. They wanted to like join us too. Just seeing how we like kind of practiced together. We had like a couple practices after we like formed. And then they're like, hey, how do you think about going to the like horrorcore genre?
Yeah.
I'm like, let's do it.
Well, hold on here. So you're leaving old band members behind. You're finding new ones. The old band members, they didn't have no pushback on like, yo, bro, these are our songs too. Hold up.
Yep. Basically, they were all for learning the current songs that we have, and then said, hey, let's move forward with the horrorcore direction. So I'm like, all right.
I like that decision. Hey.
So we tested it out. My buddy Brian, he's had a studio in Haverhill, Massachusetts. So we went to Haverhill, Mass to the studio, and we ended up going that direction and ended up singing and doing our song Shattered Echoes. So we recorded Shattered Echoes in the studio. And everybody was like, dude, this is your first test to like kind of push the horrorcore direction, and you nailed it. Like,
nice.
I'll tell you, like, screaming was never really like my forte. Like, I never really like went that route with our music, like with my music. So it took me like about like 6 takes to do the screaming parts of the song. Took me 6 takes. Because I was just like I was about to vomit. It felt like I was about to vomit. I'm like, bro, how do you do this for a living, Brian? Like, because Brian's used to it. My guitarist, he's our backup vocalist.
Nice.
So I was just like, okay.
Lots of practice.
Yeah. Brian's had practice screaming for about like he said 22, almost 23 years.
Dang.
So.
One glad y'all came together. It sounds like the universe just brought y'all together at the right damn time.
If you're digging what you're hearing from Souls Divided, don't stop there. Head over to undergroundnation.com and explore a world of rising metal, horrorcore, and underground artists making serious noise beneath the streets. Discover new music, raw talent, and stories that live where the light doesn't reach, only on Underground Nation.
Yeah, so we ended up deciding that because Brian's got like that much, like he's got that much practice with it, we decided like, okay, well, Brian, how about you be like my backup vocalist too, while being my guitarist? Be the backup vocalist, we could do like duet, we could kind of have you just kind of backing up, so that way I'm not straining my voice because I don't have that 23 years of experience of screaming. So he was like, all right, let's re-record it. And then Brian did, he was phenomenal. We were both so in sync, especially our new song Nightmare that's about to drop on the 26th.
That's in 10 days.
Yeah, I'm pumped for it. Brian and myself singing on the track together was phenomenal. So I was like, dude, I'm loving this. I'm loving this duo that we have going on. Everybody's lined up and in sync. Everybody wants to go with this, right? So let's do it. So we've actually played the song on our live. We went live like probably like a week later, almost a week and a half later of recording the song, and I ended up getting the file from the studio so I could play it and advertise it.
Right.
And everybody was just like, "Wow, this is crazy."
It sounds crazy.
Yeah, so
I wanted to
it's
know. I mean, you're keeping the name Souls Divided. Where did that
correct.
name?
Yep.
Where did that name come from? What does it mean to you, and why do you decide to stay with that name?
Sure. So Souls Divided, there is another band name. So when I was solo trying to find my guys, I asked the audience, like I asked my fans, because I started out on TikTok about 4 years ago.
Right.
And I started doing like car karaoke, singing, like I'd put a speaker in the car, and then I'd grab my microphone and then I would put on music and ask the people that are watching the live, what do you want me to sing? And they would give me like numerous things. And then they're like, dude, you could just do this. Like, you could just sing on the spot. Like, that's the cool. Like, have you thought about making a band? I'm like, yeah, I've kind of thought about it because I've done a band thing before. 11 years ago, we were like a cover band. Kind of just did a couple shows here and there. And my guys saw that we were kind of progressing. And I think like maybe like where we progressed too far, I think they got spooked out, so they're like, we want to disband. We want to go do other things. So I was like, damn. So, 11 years later, I'm getting people from TikTok saying, when are you going to do a band again? When are you going to become a band or artist? And I said, let's do it. Fine. And I gave them two names. I can't even remember at this point. It's been like 3 years. So like I can't remember what the other name was, but everybody in the chat said Souls Divided. That fits you.
It does.
And they're like, why did you choose Souls Divided? I said, well, we're all divided souls around the world, right? We're all divided souls. And then but they're just because we're divided, we come together with music. We come together.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, listening to music, it sounds like y'all support unity.
Right, and that's the biggest key, right? Because I have a back injury that's like kept me out of work, and I'm actually gonna be seeing a physiatrist on Friday again to re-look at it because I'm starting to get like more and more tingliness in my legs and stuff. So I don't know when my time's over, right? I don't know when I could I'm not gonna be able to perform on stage. So I said, Souls Divided, I want it to be like a community. Right? I want people to kind of all come together with our music and like all around the world, not even just in the US, like all around the world. We even got fans in Australia, so like, it's kind of cool. But like to have everybody around the world come together to Souls Divided community, right? And then not feel judged and could express themselves, could talk to each other, be friends with each other, bond together.
Right.
And to see that happen because of our music, and then plus like just everybody just vibing with each other, that's gonna be awesome, right? I know it's gonna take a while. We just started, so like, but it's slowly happening, and I'm enjoying the vibe. I'm enjoying everybody liking our music, coming together in the chat, talking with each other, being friends with each other. That's what it's about, and that's why the end goal is.
Absolutely. I mean, you've also shared that your past include depression, trauma, and abuse. How has music been therapeutic for you?
It's been very therapeutic. Because I'm writing my own lyrics. I'm vocaling it, right? I'm singing it out. I'm singing out my lyrics. I've wrote a couple songs about like my past with my mother, my trauma, right? And the abuse. Painful Realization is that. Painful Realization is that song specified towards my mother and what we've went through growing up. It's funny because when we dropped that song, I shared it to my mother. I shared it to her.
No kidding.
She's like, "Oh wow, that's a great song." I had no idea. Completely oblivious. Right? I had no idea. It went over her head like that.
Did you
it was.
Tell her, you inspired this?
No, I didn't. And like, I wanted her to hear it. I wanted her to hear the lyrics, right? And she still didn't. She didn't understand. But that song was about like, all the times that like she abused me mentally and physically growing up, right? But like, as I became an adult, she only needed me around if I can hand her something. I could give her money. I can, listen to her just complain about, her boyfriend of the week. Um,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
totally
is
relate to that.
that's the only thing, right? That she, and still today, I won't hear from her. I got kids, right? She won't call to say hi to her grandchildren, right? She won't say hi to her grandchildren at all, unless if I call her. Um,
Right.
but like she still today only calls if she needs something. If I don't have anything to give her, I'm no use.
Yeah.
We don't exist, right? So that's what Painful Realization was about. That song was exactly that. And I feel like there's a lot of people that go through that, right? And have went
Yeah.
through that.
Yeah, I'm one of them. Me and my mom bump heads all my life.
Right.
To this day.
You know?
And I mean, I kind of feel that, because I mean, why would you not want a relationship with your grandchild? But yet,
Right.
and then it kind of hurts because I see her with like my sisters and their kids, and I'm like, yo, what's going on here? And it's like trying to have that conversation is like talking to a brick wall, and it's just like, forget it. You do you. I'll love you from a distance. That kind of deal. So I mean,
Right.
I get that. I get that. But how do you channel personal darkness into songs that your fans find?
This episode of Underground Nation is brought to you by our sponsors at Flawless Cleaning Professionals, Denver, Colorado. Dedicated to transforming homes and businesses, they deliver top-tier cleaning solutions, residential, deep cleans, office spaces, and even post-construction projects. With unmatched attention to detail and a commitment to quality, they'll leave your space sparkling whether it's weekly service or that big occasion. Message Ryan Chavez of Underground Nation today for a free quote and to schedule. That's Flawless Cleaning Professionals in Denver, Colorado.
It's one of those things. It's hard. It's really hard. It's hard to kind of channel it. There's been times writing and singing the songs I've like shed tears. But like it's one of those things that like it's still therapeutic, right? And it's okay, right? And that's like one of our songs, "Something Set Me Free," right? "Something Set Me Free" is about like being a man growing up, being told that I can't show my emotions, I can't cry, I'm not allowed to express it, etc. Because I'm a man, I have to buckle up and just push through it, right? And that's what "Something Set Me Free" came about. That song. It's about basically saying like, when is it my time to like breathe and stop listening to that, noise and being able to show my emotions, right? And I want that to go towards anybody. It doesn't even matter if you're a man or a woman. You're entitled to your emotions. You can show your emotions. And anybody that tells you can't show your emotions or you're shitty for showing your emotions.
That's right. That's right. Especially
well,
today, you should definitely feel free to express yourself in the way that you want to.
Right. And that's it. Everybody should be able to express themselves, right, without being judged or hated on for it. We're all human. At the end of the day, we're all human. We can show like our humanity, right? That's like, and if people think otherwise, then you're not human, right? Because like, it's one of those. I don't know. It's really hard, but like I channel it, right? I channel the emotions into the lyrics, into our music, and if people feel it, that's great, right? I want people to relate to this because I'm not the only one, right? I tell myself I'm not the only one that goes through life, that goes through these feelings or went through these traumas, right? There's tons of people out there.
Yeah.
And you just said it yourself with your mother, right? And that's the point of our music, right? That we want people to feel it and want them to relate to it, and then like let out that emotion, right? Let it out. it's okay to let it out because music. If there was no music, right, where would we all be? Would we still be here? Because
I
I
would be
guarantee
like in a padded cell.
right. Right.
I don't know where else I'd be. Either that or in the grave. That's probably the only place I'd be.
There would be so many unalive people, right?
It's true. I'd be one. I wouldn't even be here. In the ward, some more still fighting to take home my jacket.
Right.
Shout out to Spot Vega.
But it's one of those things that like I said, music really makes me feel whole. And for me to be an artist to vocally express that feeling, it's therapy for me. Like I said, writing that song, Painful Realization, I cried. It took me about almost 12 times to record that song.
Oh, man.
12 times.
I didn't have us do a music break for a minute, but can we listen to this song real quick? You mentioned it a couple times now, and I'm like, dude, I think we need to hear this. What do y'all say, Chad? Should we take a break and hear this real quick?
Sure.
What's the name of it again? Just make sure I have it right.
It's called Painful Realization.
Painful Realization. I found it right here in the queue. Let's do it. I want to hear this track. Chat. Let's give Sean here some feedback, shall we?
Awesome.
Watch out.
Whispered in the shadows and you weren't there. Cried out for help and you didn't care. Tried to make amends while being on the fence. Even though you're not real, no offense. When I needed you the most, I realized you only call me when you're on the ground. When I don't give a handout, you're not around. You only need me when you're lonely and need a friend. I'm done with your bad vibes, this is the end. Just know I tried so hard to be the bigger man.
Raven Winter 777 says your voice is stunning.
Gave you a chance, even though I shouldn't have, but I did. Without a glance, you're supposed to be my security, but instead you became
Feral Minx says Scoop Scoop.
Because when I needed you the most, I realized you only call me when you're on the ground. When I don't give a handout, you're not around. You only need me when you're lonely and need a friend.
Spot Vega aka Spotalock Beats says whoop whoop scoop scoop swoop swoop. Feral Minx says already added you to my Spotify playlist.
To be the bigger man. My thoughts are open season. You are the triggers to my battle demons. All the times I stayed up and cried. All the times I should have died. All the times that I've tried. When I needed you the most, I realized you only call me when you're on the ground. When I don't give a handout.
Spot Vega aka Spotalock Beats says dopa.
You only need me when you're lonely and need a friend. I'm done with your bad vibes. This is the end. Just know I tried so hard to be the bigger man.
Spot Vega aka Spotty Lock Beats says fire.
But you will never realize until you open up your eyes. But now it's too late.
Need custom merch that makes your brand stand out? Smoke and Barrel Apparel has you covered. From screen printing and embroidery to promo gear for your next event, we bring your vision to life. Trusted by artists, businesses, and creators across the underground nation. Visit smokeandba.com today and gear up with style. Smoke and Barrel Apparel, wear your brand, live your grind. Proud sponsor of the Underground Nation podcast.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Bro, that was fire. The chat agrees. Everyone loves that song.
Hey, I appreciate it. That song was really deep. Like I said, it took me 12 tries, to sing and record that song because, I just cried. I cried, because all the emotion, came out.
Better out than in, my man.
I was, cracking voice and everything, man. I, couldn't emotionally grab myself to sing it. And then, when I finally was able to, grab myself and just feel the emotion and sing it, it was hard. And when we got done finalizing it and recorded it, the label sent me the song, and I listened to it on I have my big headphones, and I listened to the song.
Feral Mink says the emotion comes through in the song.
I cried. I cried so hard. I was like, man, man, this is hard. This is a hard song.
Have you performed it yet?
We actually did. We ended up performing it at a local bar before me and my old bandmates disbanded. Yeah. We ended up performing at a local bar, and we had so many people come up to me and try to give me a hug. They try to give me a hug, and I was just I'm socially awkward because I don't know you guys, but thank you, I appreciate that, and I'd give them a hug, and dude, that song is deep. We feel it, we feel it. It hits to the heart, So I was just it's nice that people could connect to it.
Absolutely. So,
it's nice.
So you mentioned that was done with the older bandmates, and now the vision is to take more of a horrorcore steer. But I mean, you got some killer vocals. Are you gonna be bringing some of these delightful vocals to the horrorcore?
We are
to bring some beauty to the horror.
Yeah, we are. So, so again, Nightmare is kind of a softer horrorcore, I guess you could say. So, yeah, I'll play. Do you have the file for one of the newer songs, speaking of Nightmare? Because I sent that to the email.
You did send me some files, and I do got them. Are
Sweet.
you
Do you want to
telling
play
me
Nightmare?
I should play that?
Yeah, you can do an early release view.
Are you serious? Is it not released yet?
No, it's unreleased.
Exclusive just for us, yo?
Yes, sir. You can play Nightmare for the people here. Why not?
Oh, man. Y'all got to share us out. Share us out right now. Keep tapping that screen. Before I pull this track up, though, let me learn. What's the writing process like? Do y'all start with vocals and lyrics first, or does the instrumentals come
So we do the lyrics first, and then we start out with instrumentals to kind of feel out my vocals, right? So I have to listen to the instrumentals first, and then be all right, now let's test this out. Let's test the whole thing out.
Yeah.
And then I could find my high points, my low points. Because I've been kind of expressing my higher vocals, I guess.
Oh, do some vocal work, are we?
Yeah, I've been practicing. I've been practicing trying to reach my higher points and my low, deep voice. To try to get the feel for this. Trying to go into the horrorcore side. I listen to Ice Nine Kills a lot. And hear how Spencer he goes high and then he goes low. He screams. So I'm trying to hear his vocals, right, and kind of pinpoint on how I can, channel that. So And I think this is going to be a cool way to express the feelings,
Right.
the depression and everything like that too.
Absolutely.
Nightmare is also kind of towards my mother, kind of towards like not even my mother, but so Evan, my drummer, he actually took part in the lyrical process. He helped me write the song lyrically.
Watch out now.
So it was cool. Like he was like, "Hey, how does this sound?" And I looked at the lyrics he sent me. I'm like, "Dude, let's do it. I can also write onto that, So me and Evan, my drummer, actually both teamworked the lyrics because he also went through trauma with his parents. He went through trauma with his dad. His dad was an alcoholic and abusive to him,
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool that we were able to like tag team it, and then we passed it on to Brian, and he's like, "Oh, dude, I could totally play that guitar."
That's dope. That's dope. It sounds like y'all got a real good, unique thing going on with
Yeah, man. I'm excited, honestly, to see how much further they're still on the fence whether if they're going to be with me full time or not. They want to see how we do when we perform. So when we go out and perform, it's going to be the true test to see if we are really in sync. Because, like, yeah, the vibe is cool. We all get along together. We kind of have like a brotherhood type of chat going on in a group text. That's all well and dandy, but it's how we perform. That's the key. How do we perform together? Is it going to be great, or are we going to suck?
Well, has it been easier being able to get together with rehearsals?
Yeah.
Instead of traveling 3-4 hours?
Oh, dude, no. I think Justin's the only one that's like the furthest away from me. He's only like 45 minutes away.
Well, 45 minutes is better than 2 hours.
That's what I'm saying. So he's the only one that's furthest away. Everybody else is like about 20 to 30-minute range.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's really dope. It sounds like each member has a open freedom to put their personality to help shape the band's sound. That's really
yeah, man. We did an acoustic cover, not acoustic cover, acoustic version of Something Set Me Free a year later. So many fans of that song asked, like, "Hey, when can you do an acoustic version of that song? We think it'd be awesome. It would be fire." So a couple weeks ago, Brian was like, "Hey, can you have like a second to call me real quick?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I was picking up my acoustic." And he's like, "I've been hearing about how you want to do an acoustic version of Something Set Me Free. How does this tone sound?" It's like a dark tone sound to the acoustic. I'm like, so he started playing. I was like, "Bro, we can do this. We can do this. Like, I like the sound of this. I love the sound of your guitar, bro. That sounds cool." So we got together, and I started singing the song, trying to like match my vocals to his guitar playing, and it was cool. He also backup vocaled with me on that track, like on that acoustic version. So it was cool because Something Set Me Free was just me at first, the original song. And to have Brian be able to do backup on the acoustic version was like another feel to it, like more emotion to the song.
Oh my gosh. You make me want to listen to all the songs right now. Let's just open the whole damn catalog, shall we?
Looking for the real voices, the raw stories, and the underground culture they don't show you on the surface? Visit www.underground-nation.com and unlock the Underground Nation magazine digital archive. From exclusive interviews with rising artists and tattoo legends to full issues packed with underground music, ink, fashion, and rebellion, it's all there. New issues drop regularly. Every page, every voice, every movement. Tap into the culture at www.underground-nation.com. The underground isn't just music, it's a nation.
Check out Nightmare. It's exclusive for us. Everyone in the chat's going crazy, sharing us out, tapping the screen. Appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for the roses. Everything goes right back to what you see here at the top. supporting the Underground Nation. We are all part of the Underground Nation, giving those underground the spotlight so they too can find themselves up above ground. With that said, unreleased, Souls Divided, Nightmare. There is no, come on!
Just another day gone. Time slowly moves along. Just another moment too late. I've opened my eyes to accept my fate. Just open up the gate.
Raven Winter 777 says yes,
just takes away while my mind slips away. Time is up, I am lost, I've decayed. Someone wake me from this nightmare. It's just another reminder.
The Alchemist says hell yeah.
Life just slipped away. No more words, nothing left to say. I'm tired of this nightmare. In this world, dark and cold, this struggle is getting old. Please, someone wake me from this nightmare.
Here comes the bowl trail. Let me know what you're doing.
I'm almost fully drained, tired of being this
Tupac Shocker says hell yes.
not a thought concern.
Raven Winter 777 says, oh my God, dude.
All the pain just takes away while my mind slips away. Time is up, I am lost, I've decayed. Someone wake me from this nightmare. It's just another reminder of how my life just slipped away. No more words, nothing left
Bob
to
Vega, aka Bottle Off Beat, says certified instant classic.
When no one cares in this world, dark and cold, this struggle is getting old. Please, someone wake me from
Daryl Mink says yes.
I'm broken, I'm frozen, I'm choking in a faded night of cloud and darkness. It's a slippery slope with all the doubts, but still got hope that someone can wake me from this nightmare. It's just another reminder.
Daryl Mink says
How
OMFD.
my life just slipped away. No more words, nothing left to say. I'm tired of this nightmare.
Spot David, aka Spotted Up Beat says hi, FIDC, IDC.
In this world, dark and cold, this struggle is getting cold. Please, someone wake me.
Raven Winter 777 says at Corny Awakes author, so good. Daryl Mink says, Ghost just betrayed me.
Let's go, sir!
Someone wake me from this nightmare.
Stalker says this very
That's
awesome
fucking
music.
killer! Bro!
Feral
That
Mink
song
says
is a hit.
FML.
That's a fucking hit!
Thank you, man.
There's
I'm
no
excited.
way y'all gonna separate after doing that shit.
No, man.
No
And it was
way.
cool because we ended up actually getting, like, we went out for drinks, right?
Right.
And this, like, the owner of the bar was like, hey, we got a stage, we got equipment, like, right there for y'all. Like, y'all can tune it up to how you want to. And,
Oh, man.
and he's like, I know y'all just came here for drinks, but you clearly look like a band. You guys are dressed up like a band. So, like, can y'all do the show? So we did 2 cover songs, and then we did 2 of our own songs. And then we chose Nightmare for the first time live as a second song that we did, the last song. And the crowd was, like, wild. They were like, what the fuck?
That's
They're
a
like,
fucking hit.
they're like, okay. And then, like, dude, like, we went from, like, maybe 10 people watching us while we did the 2 covers, and then we did Something Set Me Free. And then people started coming along to Something Set Me Free.
Yeah.
And then when we did Nightmare, we decided, like, we looked at each other, like, should we do Nightmare? And everybody's like, yeah, let's do it. And then we freaking did Nightmare. And, dude, the whole bar, like, was, like, right in front of us. Like, the whole fucking bar.
I would have been. I would have said, fuck this drink. Let's go.
And the owner came up to us like, can you guys come here often and perform? Like, please. Like, can we do, like, a whole set next time? I know this was kind of on the spot. And then me and my guys after the show, like, you know, we got free drinks too. People were buying us drinks.
Yeah.
You know? And then
I bet.
and we took some pictures with people. It was cool. And then next thing you know, yeah, and then we all talked in the car and, like, dude, that was a hell of performance for, like, on the spot. You know, on the spot, we freaking nailed it.
On the spot?
Like, we didn't even expect to do the show. We just got asked, like, hey, y'all look like you're ready for something.
Bro, talk about blowing people's wigs back.
Yeah, it was cool, you know, and everybody's like, are you guys on Spotify? Are you guys on, like, Apple? And we're like, yeah, we're on all platforms. And then they're like, all right. And, dude, I could tell you, like, in the last week, I checked my Spotify for artists, and it went up, like, the followers went up by, like, 100 followers in the last week.
Bro, look what the chat is saying right now. Look at this. It's certified instant classic, Spot Vega. Ravens and Airways, my soul written in epicness. Master Grasso, the lyrics smack as well. Bro, Feral Mix, yas! So brilliant. When your soul cries out in epicness. Scoop, oh my god, dude. I've got chills, Master Grasso says.
We're thinking about doing a couple vinyls, actually. We're thinking about, like, doing, like, a greatest hits album of our, like, top songs. And, like, kind of like a set list of, like, what we'll be performing with. So we're gonna probably do, like, a greatest hits album.
Pump breaks. Literally 15, 20 minutes ago, you were saying that y'all made me speculating if we're really gonna go for this. And now we're talking about doing vinyls of greatest hits. Tell me how that goes together. It does not go together.
It doesn't.
Y'all have made the decision to do this. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, that has to be that. I want you to replay this to them, right? When we see them again, they're like, bro, I'm looking at you, bro. There's no fucking way. That's even a question in your brain that y'all should not go all in.
I mean, listen. I mean, I went into my friend Abby's live on here on TikTok. She does, like, tarot card readings, and, like, I asked her the question. I said, hey, like, can you do a card reading for me? I'm like, can you tell me if my bandmates and I are gonna stick together? And she did the card reading, and she's like, yeah, you guys are 100% together. And then she pulled out another card, and she's like, this says that you guys are, like, blood, like, you guys are soul brothers, basically, like. And she's like, yeah, you don't got no worries. Your bandmates are staying with you, and you guys are gonna, like, this is just the beginning, it says in the card. So I'm like,
go all in.
Okay.
Go all in. Go all in. Bro, no way. It shouldn't even be a question.
Yeah, 1000%. You know, I'm excited for it. This is the journey that
I'm excited for it. I'm like, bro, how do I get you on a track? I'm not kidding.
I'm all for collaborations, honestly. Like, I'm looking for people actually. So I don't know if anybody knows the band State of Mind.
State of Mind.
I don't know if you guys heard of them. But they're a cool band. Jay Gerhardt was the former singer of them, and I actually reached out to Jay earlier last week, and I was like, hey, bro, like, I love the fact that you're going solo now, kind of saying forget your old band because they kind of did you dirty. And the fact that you're still proceeding to do solo music, that's cool. How would you feel about collaborating? He's like, once I break free from the record label, that because he's still tied to
labels.
Yeah, he's still tied to the label. Even though
I
he's
hate
not
record labels.
Yeah, they got him tied still, even though he's not with them no more.
Yeah.
So once he could break free, he said he's totally open for collaboration. So definitely stay tuned for that because there's going to be a Soul Divided Jay Gerhardt collaboration soon.
Bro, where does everyone go to like, follow, and subscribe so we can be prepared for that? And
Hey.
Nightmare when that comes out. Jeez Louise.
So we actually have. I have to double check. We have the pre-save link for Nightmare on our link tree in our bio. So if you go to the link tree in our bio, if it's not there,
Is
I'll
that
definitely
in your
put
bio
it.
right now?
I think so, but I'm not sure if I ended up putting it in the link tree yet or not. I'll have to double check. But the pre-save for Nightmare.
Everyone go rush to his inbox right now and be like, yo, don't forget to add the pre-save and the link.
The underground never sleeps, and neither does the movement. The brand new issue of Underground Nation magazine is here packed front to back with exclusive artist interviews, raw stories, and the culture you can't find anywhere else. If you live for the underground, the music, the grind, the lifestyle, this magazine is for you. Don't wait. Don't sleep on it. Support the movement and grab your copy today at ugnstore.com. That's ugnstore.com. Hit plugged into the underground and order your copy today.
We've been just so caught up and busy, man, because we're actually like still writing more songs, and we decided instead of doing just these 3 tracks that we've released, we said, you know what, let's go ahead with our first album together. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. So we've been writing music. And again, I've been having a lot of back issues, so I've been trying to get a hold of doctors, so that way, I can get the chance to go.
Also, I get it.
I can get the chance to go out and perform like I want to, because we're trying to plan for actually a summer tour next year from August to October. So we're trying to get a summer tour going. We're trying to get
tours, vinyls, greatest hits. This sounds like a freaking snowball effect. Y'all about to just blow the freak up. We're at the freaking starting line.
Nightmare's not on there, Katie. Okay, so I'll have to put that on tonight.
Oh my god! Imagine sitting down with you a year or two from now, dude. You're gonna be a whole other freaking astroplane.
That's the goal, man. We're not trying to be that band that just like blows up and gets super popular, right? Because I have connections.
Better be careful when you keep making songs like that.
I have connections
it's
to
gonna
bigger
happen.
artists. I do have connections to bigger artists, right? But we choose not to utilize that. If we utilized those, we would probably be way further than we are right now.
Sure.
But we want to do it on our own time. We don't want handouts from bigger artists. We don't want like the glory. We don't want the popularity. We want to be real. We want to be strong. We want to stay together. We want to stay bonded. We want to get there on our own terms. If it happens because we're just jamming out and we're going out performing, we're doing a tour, whatever the case may be, if that gets us the popularity, cool. Are we searching for it? No. Are we aiming for that? No, that's not the key. We want people to vibe to our music, relate to our music, and we want fans to just love us for us, right?
Absolutely.
We don't want that extra nonsense that comes along with the music world, right?
well, I mean, it sounds like you have a vision of where you want this to go. So let's just say, hypothetically, 5 years from now, what do you hope the name Souls Divided stands for?
unity. I want people to be united. I want people to not feel divided. I want people to feel whole. I want people to be able to come together with our music and then us be a family, right? I don't want to call my fans fans. I want to call my fans our family, right? Our Souls Divided family. So, you know, we don't want fans being the key term to our people. We want us to be like, hey, what's up, family? You know, we want to be able to like go on stage and perform and be like, what's up, our family here in, you know, Austin, Texas. How are you guys doing tonight? You know, we want to express it as a family. We don't want to say, hey, everybody, how are you guys doing? Our wonderful fans. Like, so many bands say that, right? People don't big bands don't call their audience their family, right? They call their audience their wonderful fans or their wonderful people here in this state or town, right? That's how they address the audience.
That's right.
We want to address the audience on stage saying, hey, welcome our family, right? Because we're bonded and binded to our music here together.
That's right.
And if it
all
wasn't
together
for
here as the Underground Nation.
Exactly. And you know, and we want our audience to feel that too. And we want people to like, you know, if it wasn't for all of you guys, there would be no us. Is the thing, right? There would be no Souls Divided because you guys vibing to our music continues us to push and write more and make more music and get out there and do that music, right? If there's no you guys, there's no us at the end of the day.
That's right. That's right. Katie Bear says he's an amazing human. Glad to call him a friend. Raven and Airwaves, so glad I came across his live and band. Yes, scoop him up. Scoop up Souls Divided right now. And Tupac Shakur's here. Look at that. Family stays together. That's right. Family. Family.
Family.
Well, Sean, for the last question, many listeners are fighting their own battles. You said it earlier. What sincere advice can you give to someone who feels trapped in their trauma right now?
For all the people out there watching and not watching but feeling trapped right now, get untrapped, guys. Again, as I said earlier, we're all human. We're all entitled to our feelings and what surrounds us in society today. Right? And we're human to feel the thoughts that trap us and feel secluded. Don't feel secluded in anything in life, right? I used to be, as a kid growing up, an antisocial, just trapped, depressed child growing up. And up until I was an adult, right? And then I started breaking free from that antisocialness, started talking to people. I don't know if my homie D Alchemist is still here in the live watching right now. I want to give a big shout out to my brother D Alchemist. He is one solid human being in this chat. An amazing human being. If it wasn't for him, Souls Divided would have never been started.
What? Thank you, D.
He inspired me. I met him through somebody I was watching on the TikTok live. His name was Cornlord. He was doing like a battle with the D Alchemist, and I just went into D's live, and I freaking loved his vibe. I immediately, I immediately followed him, started watching his lives, getting together with him. Then he DM'd me one day, and he's like, hey, how are you doing? You know, I noticed that you've been coming into my lives a lot more, you know, whatever, I appreciate it. And then he's like, you know, what do you do? I'm like, you know, I used to be a former artist. And he goes, whoa, wait, why former artist? Why are you not pursuing again and staying on that dream focus? And it was cool because it was an inspiration. It was an inspiration for me to just say, you know what, you're right. What's stopping me from going out there again and making music and doing something, you know? And ever since then, me and him has been like really connected. He's a phenomenal rapper out of Las Vegas. So definitely give him a follow, check him out, check out his music on all platforms. He's out there performing right now in Vegas. He's making music still. Currently he's got a couple tracks, an album coming out, collaborations. So definitely give him a follow. Amazing human being. also builds a family. He builds a family environment, and I respect that 100%. It gives me more vibe to continue. So I appreciate it. D, I love your face, dude, and I appreciate you for everything, man.
Wow, I'm interested to go check out D Alchemist. Let's go scoop him up, everyone. Scoop him up.
He's been my rockin', like, you know, even if I feel some kind of way, he's always there. Like, I'll call him and he'll be right there to call, like, answer the call. You know, he'll be there to answer the call and he'll be like, "What's up, dude? What's going on?" And I'll just talk to him about, like, you know, I'm not doing good or, you know, whatever. And he'd always give me some good advice. And I love that, right? And that's what
I love that too. Shoot.
That's what I love about right, you know, and I enjoy that. And you know what? That came from here, and music is what, again, so that's what Souls Divided is about, is bonding.
That's right.
And binding us together is the key. So everybody that's feeling that you're trapped, find your person. Find whoever it is that can help you break free if you have to. And if you don't have that, just feel deep down in yourself that you're human, right? Break out of that trap. You're not trapped. You're not alone. So if there's people that really love you and support you, reach out to those people. Bind with that people and then break free from being trapped, right? Because no person in this world should feel trapped and alone. You're not alone. There's always at least one person that you could really go to get yourself untrapped. And if not, if you feel still lost and you can't reach out, just think to yourself.
That's right.
Listen to music. All right? There's something that in music that could break you out. It has broken me out. I've listened to so much music. I listen to rap, rock, country, whatever it is, right? There's always that one song. There's always that one song in any genre that you could just listen to and be like, man, I feel that. Right? And then express that emotion. We're all human and we should be able to express ourselves. And if anybody wants to judge us and put us down because we're human and expressing that, then cut them out. They don't belong in your circle in your life. Yeah. Cut them right out.
Yeah, like we said earlier, sometimes you gotta love from a distance.
Exactly.
We get some love from the chat. Our next guest, Tony Jones, says, "Dude, on right now with Souls Divide is cool as hell. Good shit."
Hey, I appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, whoop whoops. Everyone scoop up D Alchemist. I love D's music. Hey, watch out, Tupac.
Absolutely, D.
You're an amazing guy, and I'm very glad to have you as my friend from D Alchemist. Justin G, mental health is a big issue. I suffer from issues myself, so it's always good to have someone to talk to. You ever need an ear? I'm here. Yep. Music is...
Hey, Dom, I appreciate you. I love you too, Dom. I love you too, Dom. I love you. I love all of you guys. Appreciate everybody in here that's came and supported us, guys. This is my people here. This is the people that I rock with every single day, and who's actually really been my, like, number one supporters of, you know, have just been supportive of our music, my journey. These are all the people here who's been my ride or dies every single step of this journey. And people reach out. These people are the same people that reach out to me every single day. So I appreciate and love everybody that's been part of this journey and continues to be here. You guys are all amazing. You guys are what's keeping Souls Divided going.
Incredible. Souls Divided, thank you for bringing your honesty and heavy sounds to Underground Nation. To everyone listening, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to Souls Divided on all streaming platforms and social media. Go to Sean's page right now, click on the link on his bio, show them some love, run up their tracks, and don't miss The Hunting that just dropped on September 12th. And Nightmare that you just heard tonight, exclusively dropping everywhere on September 26th, 10 days from now. And of course, visit underground-nation.com for more stories from the underground. Search Underground Nation Podcast on your favorite platform. Leave us a review and take a snapshot and send it in to me for a shout out on a future episode. Until next time, this is your host with the ghost of Bounce Ball Boogie. Keep it real, keep it raw, and keep it underground.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you,
Thank you
Souls
so much.
Divided.
That wraps up another wicked ride on the Underground Nation podcast. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to our guests, Souls Divided, on all platforms. Catch every dark beat and heavy drop at underground-nation.com. Until next time, keep your horns high, your hearts heavy, and remember, the underground never sleeps.